In this video, I want to go over the outline of the course to give you an idea of what you'll learn in the course, where we're going over the semester, including the types of assignments you'll complete in the course. I've worked hard to try to design an engaging course incorporating active learning strategies for the online environment. Let's begin by reviewing the textbook and getting some more information about that. So to start, here's the textbook information. It's important to point out that the Alamo College Districts is moving towards a new course material model through the Barnes & Noble College Campus Bookstore. This is going to eliminate the cost of books for you and all students and ensure that you have all your books across all courses on the first day of class. All required course material will be available to the students, and more information is provided at this link I've provided on the slide, but it's also on the course syllabus in Canvas. For this course, the textbook will be a paperback, and you'll either schedule a time to pick it up at Barnes & Noble or coordinate delivery to your home. I think they prefer the delivery method, the bookstore that is. Besides the textbook, I've also curated content from free and open online resources, including podcasts, videos, and readings, and organized these into the learning modules for the course. So the textbook's organized into 3 parts, and thus I've organized our course in Canvas into 3 modules coinciding with the 3 parts of the textbook. Therefore, Module 1 will be Foundations of Politics, Module 2, Comparative Politics, and Module 3, International Relations. So what will you learn in the course? Well, the course is an introductory survey course for those interested in either majoring or minoring in the discipline of political science or just exploring. We will focus on the scope and methods of the field and the substantive topics in the discipline, including theoretical foundations of politics, political interactions, political institutions, and how political systems function. Most importantly, you'll be introduced and begin learning the skills of how political scientists think. So during the first 4 days of the course, you'll complete the course intro and orientation assignments. Please note that these do count towards your grade. You'll learn what technical requirements there are for Canvas, how to navigate the course. I provide what resources and services are available to students. We will learn about who is in the course through Canvas, our class introductions. Finally, we'll launch into the course content by examining the discipline of political science and how we will use the theoretical framework presented by the authors of the textbook of an intersectionality, and how this will give us a framework to examine the discipline and topics within. Next, Module 1, Foundations of Politics. This we'll begin this towards the end of week 1. I should point out that the weeks will run Tuesday through Monday. Throughout the semester. So they'll begin, each module or each week will begin on a Tuesday and end on Monday. So in weeks 1 through 6, we will explore the academic discipline of political science, what it means to develop the ability to think like a political scientist. This will be a theme all semester. Next, we'll examine how political theories and ideologies shape the way we perceive and understand the world. We then examine social movements, political parties, and interest groups, and how they obtain power and use this power to impact civil societies. And finally, we conclude this module by investigating the different electoral systems found throughout the world and how this directly impacts who represents in our societies. Module 2 will be weeks 7 through 12. This is topic that we'll explore is comparative politics, which is a subfield of study within political science. We will examine how power can be structured within various institutions of government in both democratic and non-democratic regimes. We will also explore how policies are typically made and why intersectionality may be a useful lens to highlight the deficiencies of the current policy-making models. That will lead us to the final module of the semester, and this is weeks 12 through 16. In Module 3, we're going to examine international relations. Similar to comparative politics, international relations is another subfield of political science. We'll begin by studying the power of wealth across countries and how global inequalities continue to persist. Then we'll move on to examine topics surrounding security, conflict, international law, and human rights, with a specific focus on how both individuals and states put human rights in jeopardy. We conclude the semester exploring the different international organizations and role they play in trying to help solve global problems that no one state can solve. So finally, the course assignments we will be completing will be submitted in Canvas. Everything's online. There are several types of assignments, so let's take a look at those. The primary objective of the course, just to reiterate, is to introduce you to the discipline of political science and illustrate how we political scientists think. So I've created assignments called Thinking Like a Political Scientist. These are exercises and discussions. You'll have an opportunity to explore various concepts, issues, and events and begin to develop the critical thinking skills it takes to think like a political scientist. Many of the assignments will have both an individual component and a group interaction component. Throughout the semester, we'll be reading, experiencing, and thinking about power and politics. The purpose of the second assignment there, the Journey Journal, is to provide you with an opportunity and space to respond to some questions that I pose, reflect upon what you're learning, make connections or interconnections between something from the module and your own life, and develop questions that you have about the concepts we cover. Third, there will be two different types of knowledge check, quizzes type activities. First, there will be topical knowledge checks that will provide you the opportunity to check your understanding of the content and concepts we cover. These will be mostly multiple choice, and you'll have 2 attempts with your highest score being recorded. Next, throughout the course, we're going to be discussing and examining politics around the world, and it's probably a good idea to know where these various countries are located geographically when you read about them. So most importantly, Americans are typically geographically illiterate, and I'm on a personal mission to try to change this dynamic. As a result, there will be a series of world geographical map quizzes over different regions of the world. These are really meant to be fun, low stakes, completed on your own online. You'll have unlimited attempts to see how high of a score you can get on the map quizzes within a 10-minute time frame. Next, there will be 3 module exams that are more comprehensive and cover the content and concepts covered in each of the 3 modules. Specifically, these will focus and be directly linked to the learning outcomes outlined in each of the weekly overviews. Each module exam will consist of multiple choice, matching, and multiple answer. And finally, the last 10% of the course grade will be determined through your class participation and engagement, particularly in assignments that have a participation and engagement component, and that would be that collaborative portion of assignments I mentioned earlier. So hopefully this gives you a good idea of the kind of the structure, the outline of the course, the types of assignments you'll be completing. And I look forward to meeting everyone and getting to know everybody over the course of the semester. Take care.